Merry Christmas, everybody, and a very special holiday wish from all of us here at 2K Sports.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson and Shaq and Kenny.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, it's
Santa Claus.
What a festive day it is. We'll watch the Miami Heat in this one as they go up against the New Orleans Pelicans. So for New Orleans, their last game, a win against Portland. That game, a high-scoring affair. We'll see if this one turns into a shootout as well. From all of us here at 2K, Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
Nowhere I would rather be on this day than here with you guys.
I got a couple other places, but this is not bad either.
You know
I got a couple other
Christmas,
places,
Ernie?
got a couple other guys.
You know
got
what
a
I got
couple
for
other
Christmas
people.
this morning?
What'd you get?
Not a dang thing.
No?
I'm
No
Santa,
gifts?
I'm Santa Claus. Santa Claus don't get gifts.
Oh. Well, it sure is great to be here and be watching NBA hoop, isn't it,
It
fellas?
is, buddy. It sure is.
Well, I appreciate the helicopter, Santa, that you got me today.
It wasn't Santa. That was me.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, no problem.
Well, I think the game's just about ready to start. So what do you say we go to Kevin Harlan?
Yeah.
Good idea.
I didn't buy that for you. You got to return it.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Welcome to the American Airlines Arena, home of the Miami Heat, and a great venue for basketball. They know this is the type of game they need to win if they're going to take the next step, facing a closely ranked team. No clear underdogs based on the tail of the tape.
And right now for Miami, they've never been able to take that next step this season and really break away from the pack.
And, you know, they're running out of opportunities to finally make that surge, partner. They're leaving themselves in a tough position in terms of the playoffs.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Davis and Ashik in the middle, Allen out there with Holiday, and it's Pondexter in at the 3, the small forward. And Hassan Whiteside in Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
Here's Holiday following the basket by Chris Bosh. Davis gets a wide-open look. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. And so here is Miami. 4-point game. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And in that game, guys, their three-point shooting really was their own worst enemy. Even when they got the open looks, they just had an inability to knock them down.
And, guys, you've seen it happen to every team. You have to be a threat from beyond the arc nowadays. And if your team goes cold, it really can sabotage your game.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge. Always.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Dragic kicks to Bosh. They set the pick. And it's Wade penetrating. Pass to Whiteside. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals. But he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
And GA, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt. It's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
And the second free throw, good. Last year, the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for that number 8 spot, as you recall, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And how about the excitement down the stretch? They were able to edge out the Thunder and Russell Westbrook on that just point binge down the stretch there. And what a final day that was. A big, huge win over the Spurs let them get into the postseason for the first time under the Pelican moniker.
To the inside, here's Wade. Miami no good on that time either.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Davis with a screen on Dragic. Holiday attacking. He dishes it to Ash. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
And as you said, I mean, New Orleans made the playoffs for the first time under the name Pelicans. Unfortunately for them, they ran into the Warriors in the first round and were promptly swept away.
Free throw no good for Pondexter.
And thinking back to the Pelicans playoffs from last year, let a 20-point lead slip away in that fourth quarter of Game 3. But they played better than a sweep and got valuable postseason experience for that young roster.
Wade, good.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
And Holiday kicks to Allen. Outside, Davis. Screen by Asik. Davis dishes to Pondexter. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Well, we've got a second, so we'll bring up a list of shooting guards that have been red hot at the free throw line over the past month. Number 1, Ray Allen.
And one of the benefits of being as fantastic at the free throw line as he is it allows him to be really aggressive at driving the lane.
Which he is, very aggressive. He'll explode from his usual spot on the perimeter toward the rack, looking for contact, seeking it out, trying to get himself to the foul line.
Now here's Wade. 20 points for him last game against Detroit.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring and setting up his teammates.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Holiday, the pass to Allen. Feeds it to Asik. Outside Holiday. The dish to Pondexter. Stolen by Bosch. Dragic against Holiday. Dragic kicks to Dang. Now here's Whiteside. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Holiday against Dragic. Davis sets a screen. Holiday dishes to Davis. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. And that's now 6 points for Davis. So it's Miami now. Dragic kicks to Dang. They set the pick. Outside Bosch. Back to Dang. Shot from the top of the key. And Davis pulls it down.
High quality shot. Just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-E, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark. Now here's Davis after the miss by Luol Deng. Just 4 to shoot. And again, it's Anthony Davis. Davis has got 8. Miami trailing. Dragic kicks to Bosch. Miami no good on that time either.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Now here is Holiday, following the miss by Hassan Whiteside. Just 5 to shoot. The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
The Heat making a switch here. Stoudemire's checked in. Greg, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Clark kind of molded him in his image.
Yeah, and it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
Now here's Stoudemire. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Good, and it's Bosch picking up the assist. Stoudemire's got his first bucket in this one.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
Amari Stoudemire, with a change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
Take a quick look now at some stats here for Holiday. Just an incredible month of basketball. 5th in assists, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
You talked about it. I mean, he's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not let them down.
New Orleans in the lead.
And for Stoudemire last year, served as a backup big for the Mavs and was still as efficient as ever.
Now here is Holiday, looking for his first basket still in this one. There's the pass to Davis. Screen by Asik. 6 on the shot clock. And that one's good by Davis.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
I don't think Stoudemire will ever be what he once was, but he is a valuable big to bring off the bench for a contending team in limited minutes. Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Alvin Gentry. We talked about Chris Bosh, and he talked about the skill set and what makes him so difficult to guard. He told me he's very slippery in the post. You think you have him contained, and he'll just wiggle around his guy for a layup. We can never act as if he has nowhere to go down low. He finds space and room all the time. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Now here's Dragic. He's coming off a 13-point game against Detroit. Looking for Wade, he gets it there. The fadeaway. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. 6 points for Dwayne Wade.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Here's Holiday. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. A 3-ball. And he gets it to go.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And here are the Heat now. They trail by 3. Outside Dragic. To the left wing. With the fadeaway. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Fresh from a win against Portland.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Cleveland. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And checking out Miami, 5.5 games behind.
And I think for Miami, they've basically lived up to the expectations so far this season. And that's not really good news for their fan base because those expectations only had them on the brink of the playoffs.
Yeah, which is exactly where they are right now. It's not too late for them to make that kind of emphatic late push that turns a season from average to excellent, though.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety. That shot was made possible by the work of Anthony Davis.
The Heat trail by 5. There's Winslow. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Pass to Anderson. He feeds it to Davis. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Davis has got 17 now.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year. And as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
Rockets with some nice D.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
1:58 left in the first quarter. Count that one. And it's 6 points for Chris Bosh.
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
Now here's Davis. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Portland.
And then how about the block shots, guys? I mean, just overpowering on the defensive side. Really, he was the intimidator.
And it's Gordon missing.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. So only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
The Heat trail by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Anderson, he's checked in for Miami. And the Pelicans also making a change. Luke Babbitt, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. New Orleans leading by 5. Outside Gordon. Here's the screen. Here's Cole. He's guarded by Dragic. Cole, the pass to Anderson. Here's Gordon. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now here's Winslow. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And it's blocked by Gordon.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And Cole kicks to Gordon. Perkins with the screen. The drive by Gordon. Shoots from 12. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And now a 9-point Pelican lead.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Here's Green. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And that's a big bonus for him to end the quarter as he just beats the buzzer.
That's superb clock management there, maximizing every second of the clock in that situation. Well done.
I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from.
And before the game, we heard from Chris Bosh. While they're taking it one game at a time, he definitely sees the big picture.
As a veteran, you know what's at arm's length for you. You know the possibility of your season. You know if you can make the playoffs or you're not going to make it, or what seed is within reach. And, you know, we have to start making a push to be in a good position during that time.
Chris Bosh has become one of the wise old men of the NBA with his long and very successful career. Clark, there's a lot to be said for knowing what's coming and knowing how to handle it.
Well, he is indeed one of the elder statesmen of the league with his 2 rings and dozen-plus years, but he's also a very smart player to begin with. High IQ. Combine those 2 things, and you sometimes get 21 and 7, like Bosh is still delivering for Miami.
And we're ready to get rolling once again here for our Christmas Day matchup. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and it's showing up on the scoreboard, too.
Green is out there with Dragic. Then there's Whiteside. Then it's Dang. And it's Anderson in at the 4 slot. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Boy, Chris Anderson, certainly one of the more colorful players we have in the league. Kind of took over where Dennis Rodman left off. A high-energy forward who can rebound and defend. And he's got a tattoo parlor going on, too.
Now here is Holiday. It's good from the top of the key. Holiday's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pelicans. And Miami shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Outside Dang. Dragic against Holiday. Dragic kicks to Green. And good on the basket. Book it. And talking about Chris Anderson, he was actually out of the league for a couple years, reinstated back in 2008. And apparently the time off helped. He finished 2nd in the league in block shots going back to that season.
And Kevin, the thing I remember most about Chris Anderson is the 2005 NBA Slam Dunk Contest. He unsuccessfully tried the same dunk 8 times. Count them. 8.
Here's Green. And the Pelicans picked up 3 with their last shot. With a step back. And the jumper is on the mark. Green's got 4 points this quarter.
Nice job there to shake free of the defense and then drain the J.
And Holiday kicks to Anderson. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 7th assist in the game.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that 3 or you'll give up points in a hurry.
Now here's Green. He's got 6. Again the miss by Green. Pelicans leading by 11. Gordon with it. He's picked up by Dang. Babbitt kicks to Holiday. Screen by Ashik. Shot by Gordon. Wide open. Can't capitalize on the good pick. The Heat have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Wash comes in for Anderson, and Dwayne Wade subbed in for Green. And then for New Orleans, Davis is checked in for Anderson. Pondexter comes in for Luke Babbitt. And Allen subbed in for Eric Gordon. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Anthony Davis. Averaging about 24 points, 12 rebounds, and almost 3 blocks. With him, you get so much, but his ability to lead the way with his scoring, probably his best attribute.
An offensive powerhouse. He can just beat you in so many ways. Got to give it up for him. Much love.
On defense, the Pelicans. Wade kicks to Whiteside. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Floats one up. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Here's Holiday. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Pass to Pondexter. Dishes it to Davis. Pondexter, the pass to Allen. From 17 feet out. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Davis has got the lead up to 11 now for New Orleans.
And for the Pelicans last year, they were at their best when they had great ball movement. Very tough to guard their team when the offense was so active.
New Orleans has gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Asik with a screen on Dragic. Here's Pondexter. Wade is covering. Clock at 6. Davis. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
And it's Dragic off the drive. And Asik sends it back. Wow! Holiday with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Allen against Whiteside. Now here is Holiday. He's covered closely. From past the arc. Cannot hit. And Miami the other way now. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. New Orleans leading by 11. And it's blocked by Dang. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Dang. And here are the Pelicans now. Davis sets a screen. Dragic against Holiday. 5 to shoot. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Davis. And it's Miami with the rebound. Bosch has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's Dragic off the drive. Excellent D there from Allen. New Orleans has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Holiday with it, and Bosch picks him up defensively. Holiday dishes to Davis, and it's good. Davis has got 23.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, it's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
And guys, for Drew Holiday last season was a tale of two halves. Over the first half, he displayed the leadership and the playmaking skills the team had originally acquired him for.
You know what, Kevin? Over the second half of the year, everything just kind of fell apart for Drew. He couldn't shake an injury to his lower right leg, and as a result, had to watch from the bench as his team fought for its playoff lives.
And now a quick look at some very potent men in the middle lately. The highest scoring big men in the past 10 games. Anthony Davis is second.
That's as scary a collection of big men as you'd want to see. I mean, game planning for any of them is a challenge because you know how much defensive attention you're going to have to devote to them.
Yet, no matter how much attention they're getting, they're still going to get their points. I mean, opponents just have to keep fresh legs out there and try to limit the damage and make them work for whatever points they do get.
And when you talk about Holiday, the Pelicans really needed his contribution last season. He can score and distribute the basketball equally as well. An excellent all-around defender. Exactly what you want in a point guard, except that he just couldn't stay healthy. And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for. And for Holiday, I love his effort. He works extremely hard. His injuries, no fault of his own, just a run of misfortune. Let's hope this talented young man can turn it around and keep it turned around from a health standpoint. A chance here to see where the Pelicans sit in the NBA statistically. First in three-point field goal percentage, second in scoring. And they're the number 2 field goal percentage team in the league. This is a team that has really grown in that area, taking good shots and knocking them down.
And you look at their incredible three-point percentage. I mean, it's not just about their accuracy, but their execution using screens and creating those open looks. That's been key.
The feed to Davis. Davis with a screen on Deng. And here's Holiday. 5 points in the game. Kicks it to Davis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Davis has got the lead up to 13 now for the Pelicans. The Heat have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Dragic against Holiday. Bosh, the screen. Here's Dragic. Soft touch off the glass.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And it's Davis with the jam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Now here's Dragic. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
Allen, that's good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And here is Deng following the three from Ray Allen. Bosh hits the pick for Deng. There's the screen, and Davis sends it back.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Pondexter kicks to Davis. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Davis has got 29.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
And the Heat with some changes. Stoudemire comes in for Chris Bosh. And Winslow subbed in for Luol Deng. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for New Orleans. Coles comes in for Drew Holiday.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up. And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors' offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
Now Pondexter. After Justice Winslow missing on that last three-pointer. Cole the pass to Perkins. Shoots from 12, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And a moment now to look at the stats for Cole. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 7 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now with Gentry, his offensive prowess can't be understated, Greg. His peers joke and say he can draw up an open look for a corpse. I don't know about that, Clark, but we know he's talented. He's got a great offensive mind.
And you know that's right. And with this Pelicans team, he has plenty of firepower to work with, too.
Oh, he does. You're right. New Orleans leading by 21. It's Davis on the wing. And they double up Davis. Allen right side. Down low and stolen by Whiteside. Here's Winslow. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Here's Cole. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. And they double up Davis. Cole dishes to Davis. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. The Heat trail by 19. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something, you're right. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play. It's going to be Whiteside shooting. That one on Davis. Green is checked in for Goran Dragic. The Pelicans also changing it up. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Luke Babbitt comes in for Quincy Pondexter. And Eric Gordon subbed in for Allen. Pelicans leading by 16. Perkins with a screen on Wade. And Cole kicks to Perkins. Gordon goes in. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And now Winslow pushing it up. No one back to stop him. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
Fire that pass down the court, guys. I mean, that's the best way to keep the fast break moving.
And Cole kicks to Anderson. Pass to Babbitt. Eric Gordon on the wing. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Heat ball. And Miami making a change here. Anderson's checked in. .23 seconds left here in the second. Wade with it. He's got 10. .3 seconds left. And it's good. Pop through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
The Heat have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
And that concludes the first half. Pelicans lead by 12. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Coach, with this type of ball game, what needs to happen in order for you to pull out a win tonight?
Well, we have to play through some of the tough times, okay, whether it's a missed call or whether missed shots. This is a passionate game, and we got to stay the course.
Coach, thank you so much. Guys, handling both adversity and prosperity so crucial.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. A tremendous game we're seeing from Anthony Davis. He had 29 points, 3 block shots, and 8 rebounds. It's really great to see him back to what appears to be top form coming off the injury. There's a sense of reassurance that he's healthy after the first 2 quarters back. What did you think, Shaq, about New Orleans? Kenny, what did you think about Miami?
They need to look into areas where they can gain an advantage. Rebounding is largely a hustle stat. Right now, they're getting out-rebounded. They need to commit to changing that. Those extra opportunities afforded by better rebounding are key for them to win tonight.
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
New Orleans leading by 12. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Pondexter and Davis fill up the forward slots. Holiday out there with Allen, and it's Ashik in at the 5 down low. Now here's Davis. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Here is Whiteside, following the score by New Orleans.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
Now here is Holiday, following the miss by Chris Bosh. A nice shot by Pondexter.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
The Heat trail by 16.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And dang, here we go. Sinks that one from the post.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by Holiday. And it's 37 points for Anthony Davis. He'd have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through Whiteside. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Now here's Allen. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Here's Davis. Another one falls for New Orleans. One of the first things you notice about Anthony Davis is how long and athletic he is. He can get by most other big men, and he's got, Clark, as you like to say, that feathery shot, that feathery touch.
Yep, cotton candy soft is that jumper, and you've got to respect it. But he can also up fake you and with one dribble, posterize you.
The Pelicans call timeout. Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
A moment now to see the stats for Wade. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 17th in assists, 19th in field goal percentage, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And really good at distributing the ball. Pick and roll, drive and dish in transition. He's been dominant all season.
Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. Number 1, the Heat.
And they've really put an emphasis on offensive rebounding. And, guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
Now here is Holiday. He has 5. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And he recovers it. And he gets it to go.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Bosch following the basket by Anthony Davis. Can't hit the step-back jump shot.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Dragic the pass to Wade. Bosch the screen. Wade kicks to Dang. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Davis. The shot, no good. Excellent D from Wade. The Heat trail by 18. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. 16 points for Wade.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
It's Dragic with the drive. Dang with it. Picked up by Davis. For three. And Luol Deng with the three. Deng's got 5 now.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it. But credit, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said.
Thank you.
A nice shot by Pondexter.
You know, that's how you do it, guys. I mean, he passed his way out of the double team and into an easy basket.
Outside Dang. Three-pointer. The putback, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Holiday dishes to Allen. Davis, the pass to Allen. The 8-footer, and off the front iron, and in it goes. Allen's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And, for the Heat, despite the struggles, they still sold out every game here last season. They were among the top teams in the league in total attendance.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
He kicks it to Ashik. They set the pick. To the paint, and it's blocked by Whiteside. Dragic against Holiday. Dragic kicks to Bosch. From the baseline. And another basket for Miami.
And really, they showed up in force, even as the Heat fell to the back of the pack. The Heat only 20-21 last year at American Airlines Arena. But the fans love them all the same.
Here's Davis. Following the basket by Chris Bosh. Screen by Ashik. Double team on Holiday. 6 to shoot. Pondexter kicks to Holiday. Lets it fly. And it comes off the front of the rim.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Dang can't get it to go.
9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Holiday with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. Allen kicks to Pondexter. Allen outside. He dishes it to Pondexter. Davis up top. Feeds to Holiday. Double team on Holiday. Three-pointer, Pondexter. The putback. They get the rebound. Ashik with the bucket.
He just punishes you on the backboard. I mean, it's pretty deflating for a team trailing big and still giving up second chance opportunities.
Now here's Dragic. Out to Wade. Outside Dang. Bosch against Ashik. It's Bosch with the drive.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Allen's shot is off.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight. He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Davis kicks to Pondexter. Davis sets a screen. Holiday, no one around him. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Dragic with it, picked up by Davis. The dish to Dang. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Davis. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Holiday, the pass to Allen. And Asha kicks to Pondexter. The pass to Holiday. Nailed from three-point land. Holiday's got 8 points.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
And we all know Drew Holiday is a tremendous talent. That's why he was traded for the draft picks that became Nerlens Noel 2 years ago and Elfrid Payton last season. Such impressive company that Holiday may be feeling the pressure to live up to it.
Well, for one, he hasn't let him down. But a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
Getting back to Holiday, we've seen the size, the court awareness, the change of pace moves he brings. Clark with a little more assertiveness and continued improvement on his jump shot. He'd be hard for anyone to keep up with.
Boy, I really like this young man's game. He's got tremendous natural ability and a great work ethic. I think he'll very well be one of the best guards in the league. Only 25 years old right now. Plenty of time to reach that potential.
His shot's it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Another one falls for New Orleans.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
To the right side. Davis against Bosch. Back to Dragic. Dang gets a wide open look. And it's Dang again missing. New Orleans leading by 13. Allen kicks to Holiday. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. Guys, you want to talk about one tough guy? How about the Turkish hammer, Ashik? Tremendous rebounder. A space eater in the paint, so long.
That's a great way to describe him, Kevin. Last year he finished 4th in the league in rebounds per minute. Plus, he's always lurking as a shot blocker.
He is. That free throw, no good.
And, going back to Ashik, he's not just a big, immobile guy. He's got really good flexibility, and that's helped him develop some post moves at the offensive end. He's no longer Mr. Dunk or nothing.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Chris Anderson is checked in for Whiteside. Stoudemire comes in for Chris Bosh. Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Green in for Goran Dragic.
And going back to Amir Ashik's toughness, you can see it in his face. He's not going to smile at you. He's not going to show you any expression at all. Just a cold-blooded monster on the floor.
Now here's Winslow. 6 points for him. Just 5 on the clock. Stoudemire, the screen. Here's Wade. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Wade's got 6 in the quarter.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Perkins. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. And the Pelicans lead by 14.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Pelicans on top. They lead by 14. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. The Heat trail by 14. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Heat, Winslow is out there with Stoudemire. Then it's Green. Then there's Chris Anderson. And it's Wade in at the 1 spot. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pelicans.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque. A thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, and something else they've done all through this one is knock down the mid-range jump shot whenever they've had the chance.
And that one falls for Cole. And for Norris Cole, such an important role player, Greg, for Miami for a number of seasons. Last year, shooting percentages dipped, and that is one of the reasons why he was probably traded to New Orleans.
Yeah, and a lot of that, I think, had to do with somebody dipping out of town.
Yeah,
LeBron James,
that
would probably change the quality of your shots. But both figures did go up dramatically once he got to New Orleans. And remember, now he's playing with another great player in Anthony Davis.
Passes it to Winslow. And he drops it in from the low post.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Perkins with a screen on Wade. Shot off the screen. A second chance effort. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Kendrick Perkins at this point in his career really more of an enforcer than anything. Last season was statistically his worst since his rookie year. Played for a couple different, actually was part of 3 different teams and ended up in Cleveland after beginning in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and you know, at this stage, what he gives you now, he's really a space eater down low. Still a terrific screener in the pick and roll or in terms of executing of the offense. And when the game gets physical, that tends to lead to him finding a way to make an impact.
Enforcer is a good term.
I like that one, Kevin.
I do too.
I like that one.
Here's Winslow. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
And, you know, going back to Kendrick Perkins, I mean, he just looks like a guy you wouldn't want to mess with. On top of that, he acts like a guy you wouldn't want to mess with. One of the toughest competitors in the league, and he's got a scowl to match.
And we were talking about Perkins. He's always been willing to do the dirty work. When the Celtics traded him a few years back for Jeff Green, they immediately struggled to outwork and out-hustle opponents. That was one of the few trades that I think Danny Ainge would like to have back.
And it's Gordon missing. The Heat trail by 14. Wade dishes to Stoudemire. He feeds it to Green. The 3. Babbitt grabs the board. New Orleans has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Stolen by Wade. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Wade's got 20.
Boy, Stoudemire doing a nice job setting that screen. Very nice.
There's the pick. And Cole kicks to Anderson. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Wade passes to Green. Stoudemire kicks to Winslow, fires the three, and that one's good.
He is scorching the D, exploding offensively.
Well, you know when you're in that kind of a zone, trust me, he knows he's in the zone right now.
Stolen by Winslow. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Amare Stoudemire. 2.
First one falls for him.
And last season, the Pelicans made it into the playoffs. I mean, could have had an easier road to get there if they were stronger against the Eastern Conference.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Chris Bosh is checked in for Anderson. Dang comes in for Winslow. And it's Dragic in for Dwayne Wade. New Orleans also making some changes. Omer Ashe, he's checked in for Perkins. And it's Anthony Davis in for Luke Babbitt. And the Pelicans were solid against the East, Clark, 16-14. But as Greg was just saying, a lot of games left on the table for them.
Well, they had the lowest win total against the East of any Western playoff team. Really, the Pelicans were lucky to get in, given how many games they gave away against the East.
And that's his M.O. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
On the wing, Green. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And the basket good.
Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting.
Cole dishes to Anderson. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Now Dragic on the wing, Green. Almost, but it rolls out.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
I'll tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide open shots like that.
Stoudemire kicks to Dang. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half, but he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
Whiteside's checked in for Miami. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Ryan Anderson. Well, last year the Pelicans were a team on the rise, making the playoffs. A solid season overall, especially on the road. Really, they sent notice by what they did away from New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, 17 road wins. I mean, you say to yourself, well, that doesn't sound great. But when you're a young, up-and-coming team, one of the things that you can really value is your ability to go into hostile environments and have success. They're going to be building on that confidence.
Davis, the pass to Gordon. Davis sets a screen. Here's Cole. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him. Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Pass to Gordon. Davis sets a screen. Shot clock at 6. Gordon with it. And Bosh picks him up defensively. The high post shot. And it's Miami with the rebound. Whiteside's got 11 rebounds in the game.
As for the Pelicans on the road, I mean, they had the fewest road wins of all the West playoff teams. The franchise hasn't had a winning road record since 2009 when they were the Hornets.
Outside, Davis. Screen by Ashe. Cole's shot is good.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside. And for the Pelicans and their road struggles last season, they are a younger team. It's a team built around a young superstar in Anthony Davis. So taking road lumps is just kind of part of that growing process.
Gordon dishes to Cole. Miami grabs the miss. On the wing, Green. Fades back. And it's Miami with another.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely given the defenders something extra to think about.
And what a tough position Luol Deng found himself in last year in a small forward swap of sorts. LeBron James goes from Miami to Cleveland. Deng goes from Cleveland to Miami. He had his choice. There was Atlanta that was in the mix there too. But he goes to the Miami Heat. He's bounced around a little bit, but still a very big talent.
He is. You know, he kind of likes following legends. Remember, Scottie Pippen was that great small forward in Chicago, and Luol Deng was the next heir apparent. So he seemed to be pretty comfortable stepping into LeBron's role. Unfortunately, not able to deliver at the same level. And let's face it, the problem is you can't make up for losing the best player in the game, and that's the case here in Miami for Luol.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Guys, over that last break, I listened in on Alvin Gentry's huddle. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Holiday's checked in. Davis sets a screen. Gordon against Green. Asik the screen for Gordon. Misses the three.
And, you know, getting back to Luol Deng, he wasn't entirely pleased with his new role. He's been a knockdown mid-range shooter throughout his career, but last year he was asked to shoot corner threes in volume, and that's not his game.
The game now all-time. That's now 26 points now in the game for Hassan Whiteside. Gordon with it. Now Green defending. Gordon kicks to Davis, and they double up Davis. The kick out to Holiday. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And back to Luol Deng. I mean, he started last season pretty strong. I mean, Deng was actually healthier than LeBron at the beginning of the year. But the tables turned around midseason. Deng became hobbled with that knee, and LeBron returns to his old dominant self.
Allen's checked in for New Orleans. From deep, Green. Again, the miss by Green.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And all that hard work on the boards needs to continue because that potentially may swing the game.
And Asik kicks to Davis, and they double up Davis. Asik, the pass to Allen. 6 to shoot. Three-pointer, Pondexter. Chris Bosh with the rebound. Bosh has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Green. And that misses. That would have put him up.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
New Orleans moving it around. Tries to snap the cold streak. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And guys, for most of his career, Asik has been going back and forth as a starting center. Only started 2 games his first 2 years with the Bulls. Signed an offer sheet with the Rockets and started 82 games for them in his 3rd season.
Well, going back to Asik, he lost his starting job to Dwight Howard in his 4th season. He was in Houston, so he didn't want to come back and have his career labeled as a guy coming off the bench. So, Greg, he reportedly asked to be traded, and that's what he got.
Well, and you know what? The Rockets shipped him off to the Pelicans in exchange for a protected first-round pick, and he became a starter again. Moral of the story, don't put Omer on the bench. He won't like it.
And he sinks the second.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
Here's Wade. And Davis sends it back. Pondexter with it. He's picked up by Dan. The offensive rebound. Here's Hasek. Trying to get open as Davis. Hasek no good.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
And Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. Plays it in off the breakaway. And the Pelicans lead by 3. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Whiteside, a screen on Allen. Wade, double team. And it's Whiteside off the drive. No dice from 9 feet out.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Dragic kicks to Wade. Here's Whiteside. It's tipped, but he gets it back. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. Hasek defending, and that one's good.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one. We've seen D-Wade getting it done. 22 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
And that one falls for Wade.
He's got ice water in his veins, fellas. No way he's going to miss from the line when the game's still hanging in the balance. I've seen him make too many in this situation. He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him. And he's had an answer for every defense he's seen. Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that. Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
.157 left to play here in the fourth. And they double up Davis. Back to Holiday. Hasek with a screen on Wade. Nobody near Allen. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
1:43 left in the fourth. The kick out to Bosch. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Davis. A floater. Ashik dishes to Allen. And that one's drained from the low block. Allen's got 4 this quarter.
He could have forced a tough inside shot but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Right side a screen. Wade passes to Dragic. Right side, high post. Dang goes in, and that is good.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
Double team on Holiday. Here's Allen, and it's blocked by Whiteside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. Miami on defense. A 2-point game.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Wade kicks to Dragic. Back to Wade. Dishes it to Dang. Sinks it. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
The feed now to Pondexter.
Count it! What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch!
And it's Wade penetrating. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Watch out. D-Wade has caught fire.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
From 10 feet out, it falls!
No question about it. The touch is with Anthony Davis.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
Dang for three. Good. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the right side. Dragic against Holiday. Here's Davis. Got it!
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one. Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Now here is Holiday. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Well, if you love great competition and neck-to-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Getting going right now. It'll be the Heat off the tip. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So the Pelican 5 right now. The shot-blocking pair of Davis and Ashik inside. Gordon and Pondexter are the wingmen, and it's Holiday in at the point. And stolen by Whiteside. To the inside. And Dragic with the basket on the assist by Wade. Dragic has got the lead up to 4 now for the Heat. Well, for New Orleans, shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Double team on Holiday. Here's Pondexter. He's covered by Bosch. At the top of the key, Gordon. 6 to shoot. Davis setting the pick for Gordon. Looking to end his cold spell, and it's good on the layup.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
Bosch, the screen. Dang attacking, and he gets it to go. Dang's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Heat.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Gordon. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Gordon's got 4 points this quarter.
Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
And here's Dragic. Kicks it to Bosch. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Near the three-point line, it's Gordon. Again, the miss by Gordon.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
A baseline Jay. We're just over 2.5 minutes into overtime in this exciting game. Holiday with the 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Wade's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Dang dishes to Dragic. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Outside Holiday. Pass to Pondexter. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
And that one's good. And that's 31 points for Dwayne Wade.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Holiday with it. Wade picks him up. Here's Gordon. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. That's 12 points for Eric Gordon.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
Just under 3.5 minutes played in the extra period here. Right side a screen. Wade kicks to Dragic. Right side a screen on Holiday. It's tipped. And it's Bosh in the corner. And again, Miami with the triple.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Pondexter with it. He's picked up by Dang. Good on the shot. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 14 rebounds. The Heat leading by 3. Wade double team. Gordon the pass to Holiday.
It's been a nice game for Holiday. He's got 13 points and a crazy number of assists.
And guys, he's been making play after play on both ends of the floor.
No let up in him, and that's mindset. That's not just physical tenacity, but that's a mental tenacity too that he brings to the court.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 2 here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. For Miami, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in OT. They'd love to keep that percentage right where it is. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
Got sloppy in a close game. You have to take advantage of every opportunity.
Tense moments here late in overtime as they look to take the lead.
You cannot afford to come up empty. He's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
And the numbers back it up, Greg. I mean, he brought his hard hat and mean mentality to the glass within the day.
Right side. Count it.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne. Man, did they need those points, and I bet he's the guy that continues to go for it.
Well, unless they alter the defense on him, I mean, he should be the guy they go to. His height gives him a huge edge the way they're playing him now, so keep going to it until the defense adjusts.
Wade with it. Right side, a screen on Ashe. Shot clock at 3. From the stripe. Yes!
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending him.
to tie. It's off. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. They escaped with a victory, although they needed Clark an extra period to get it done.
Well, I think it was one heck of a ball game. Both teams gave great effort, and the bounces just went their way in overtime.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, guys, I'm here with Goran Dragic. And Goran, what a nice show the team put on for your fans tonight.
Yeah, great game for us, for our fans. They were amazing. This kind of games is really enjoying to play. We are hustling on every play, defense and offense, and I'm really happy that we won that game.
You enjoyed it, and we enjoyed it. Thank you, Goran. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Hassan Whiteside. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
When you talk about Whiteside, you're talking about a guy capable of putting up 20 every single night. We've seen him do that more than a few times, and he's going to keep doing it. His rebounding is fantastic. He's always around the ball. And his timing is outstanding. This guy has great shot-blocking instincts.
And that will do it for our special Christmas Day broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon, and good night, everybody.